What's up, me Raandigars? We're back with another Persona Hot Takes video. Now, I'm still sick right now, but like I gotta like rest and stuff. But I was sneakily came upstairs. I was like, okay, I'm gonna record this now. It's been a month. It's time we record a Hot Takes video. I'll probably just directly upload this. So I made a post 2 weeks ago. This was one of the subscribers named Mr. Josh Lee recommended, hey, just make a Hot Takes thread and get to the video when you're, and you've healed and everything. So I was like, oh, then that's a good idea. Now it's obviously the next month, so this is like the perfect timing for this. So I made the post, my Raandigars, share your Persona hot takes or things you hate in Persona community. Also, question for this video is, if you were to decide the next Persona spin-off games genre, what genre would it be? And yeah, I'm so sick, so we'll see them after I'm well and or when this post gets enough comments. I made this post, 15 comments, thank you. And when I made this post, I had not completed Royal, but as of now, I have completed Royal. So any Persona 5 takes, I'm ready. I am ready and steady. Alright, let's go. Tactica is the best P5 spin-off. Also, P4 has the best party member in terms of gameplay. Okay, let's get to this. I played Tactica. Okay, I made videos on Tactica, but that was before I used to edit and cut them down. I played Tactica somewhat, but I haven't played it completely. So my right now is like, I can't really, give you a full assessment of do I think it's the best P5 spin-off. I've started Strikers, but I'm slowly playing it. And I'll eventually get to Tactica. But it's possible. If you're going to say it's the best P5 spin-off, like, I'm not going to argue, because we have Dancing, which I'll be honest is like the worst Persona game. Persona 5 Dancing and Persona 3 Dancing, both of them are the worst Persona games. They both suck. And then we have like what, Strikers and Tactica. So it's like, I'm enjoying Strikers, but it's obvious like they're like pushing pace. Like the pace is way too fast for a Persona game. P4 has the best party member in terms of gameplay. Okay, no spoilers, but technically P1 and P2 maybe, because you can just use multiple personas. But in terms of gameplay, wait, I've played Royal. I can answer this question. Okay, ignoring Windows updates. Okay, so Persona 3. Let's talk about FES. Okay, best, I'm assuming they're really good, right? Or fun. I'm assuming they're really good. So we have Persona 3. I would say it's fine, the PS2 one and the portable one. It's like Akiko and Aigis just are like top tier in those. We come to 4. Yukiko is easily the best. Honestly, yeah, okay. Yukiko is easily the best party member in, like, side party member in any Persona game. And Naoto is pretty balanced, and Naoto is like, I think, essential for one of the dungeons. Chie is like critical. I've always said this, characters for me don't crit, but Chie crit during my Reaper run, like when I was fighting the Reaper. So I'll give Chie that. Teddy is really good. Teddy's Third Awakening technique sucks. I'm sorry, I hate that technique. Who else is there? Kanji is really good. He's damage, but like Yukiko just out damages everybody. Not the main character, obviously. Yosuke is the weakest, I would say, but Yosuke's Third Awakening ability is pretty good. Alright, yeah, I know you can go to the hot springs and get more like better techniques, but yeah. Okay, Mr. Josh Lee. Tactica is most certainly not the best P5 spin-off. I would say that Strikers is the best spin-off for not just P5, but also the best in the Persona series. Oh. I want to... Arena is really slow though. Arena is like an Arc-Sys fighting game, so that's like, damn. But like, it is pretty slow. I still haven't completed. I'm playing it with my brother. I'd love to see a sequel, but sadly I don't think we would see Sophia because oh my god. I was just damn it. Alright, I should. Oh, okay. If okay, I'm gonna ignore all of this. I didn't see any of this. I just started it, man. I'm just... It's like, what, 2 hours in? Sure, back in the day, I played, like, first dungeon before Raandigars, but yeah. Okay, let's just... Ranking the protagonist without baiting. Mr. Josh Lee asked me, recommended me to make this. All right, 10th is Trinity. Oh yeah, this guy, Trinity Soul. I have. This is probably gonna be the last Persona media I consume, or maybe not. I don't know. But like, yeah, I never talk about this guy because I just like I haven't watched Trinity Soul. I haven't watched Persona Trinity Soul, so I have to put this guy at the bottom. I've heard he sucks though, right? I've heard he's terrible. Okay, Maya. Okay. Okay, so obviously these hot takes will have spoilers, especially since now we're into the strikers. I should probably just, yeah, give a, like, there are spoilers in this possibly. I'm not a fan of Maya's stories in Eternal Punishment at all. While I always say that Eternal Punishment is the worst Persona. Oh, okay. The story is pretty fine. It is the okay. I'll talk about this. I've talked about this before. However, I find her to be overshadowed by Tatsuya most of the time, which is what puts her below. Okay, I can understand this part. Because when I put Tatsuya at 1, I'm not talking about Innocence and Tatsuya. I'm talking about Eternal Punishment Tatsuya. Obviously, I'm talking about both. But like, Innocence and Tatsuya is really good. But Eternal Punishment Tatsuya is like King Kong. He's like standing on the peak of the mountain. He's just Eren Yeager from like those who know. God, okay, he's a day. This is not the fault of Eternal Punishment. Okay? Technically it is, I think. But this is because the PSP Innocent Sin is really easy. And Innocent Sin gives you a lot of mechanics. It gives you a lot of mechanics. But because the game is easy, here's the thing. If a game gives you a lot of mechanics, but there's no need for that mechanics, a lot of people will not go and do those mechanics. Even I didn't like use those mechanics. Like I never fused a Persona in Innocent Sin because the game is so easy. I was like, why should I do it? What's the point? And I was like, wait, like what was it? I was at 47, level 47 or something, or 40 something when I ended the game, and I played on normal. I know normal isn't that hard, but like, I autoed 99% of Innocent Sin on the PSP. Now, when Eternal Punishment starts, it expects you to know those mechanics. It betters some of them, but it expects you to know those mechanics. But because you're coming from Innocent Sin to Eternal Punishment, and you don't use those mechanics in Innocent Sin, you're going in Eternal Punishment without knowing anything. So now you're just stuck beside like this whole, like everything where you're just thinking to yourself, okay, what should I do? That is where in Eternal Punishment, I think, is the best difficulty-wise. Because it's right there. It's right there where it's like not too difficult and like challenging. But like, this is the problem with this is because of Innocent Sin, in my opinion. Because you don't use a lot of mechanics in Innocent Sin. Even if you do use them, you don't test trial and error because the game doesn't need that. It's too easy. Okay, Tatsuya. Much like Maya, I don't find Tatsuya to add anything to Innocent Sin other than him making motorcycle sounds. Yeah, see, this is where, like, he's really good in Innocent Sin, but, like, Eternal Punishment, my mouse is missing it, but in Eternal Punishment is where he's really good. His story in Eternal Punishment, however, should put him closer to top. Yep. However, he's not. Okay, that is an argument I can... Okay, that is an argument I can keep. Okay, however, he's... Because I just... Like, if I say, no, that is not an argument. I just said that. In Eternal Punishment, Tatsuya is like, yeah. Of that game, so I couldn't count that. Only judge him based on his role in Innocent Punishment. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I did see that. I forgot Aegis in the rankings. Her role in episode Aegis is really cool. However, she is only the protagonist for a really short time, which is why she's... Okay, so the way Mr. Josh Lee is doing it is... Mr. Josh Lee is taking them as protagonists. The way I do it, if they're protagonist once, I take them from start to finish. So if I ever put Aegis, I'm gonna take her from reload to episode Aegis, or like before episode Aegis and stuff. The journey to the answer. Okay. Narukami, I'm gonna say right now, people are gonna get mad. In Revival, he's gonna be really good. But right now, I think a lot of people overrate him. He's overrated in my opinion. I'm just sorry. I'm not a fan of the way he looks. He may be 16, 17 years old, but his gray hair makes it look like 16. No, come on. His story how is good. His voice sector is also good, which is what puts him above the others. This guy? Okay. I think Narukami is better than... I gotta think about it. But Narukami, I feel like a lot of people just bring out that chat personality, but you gotta understand, like, when... like, narratively, I'm looking at this. He's really good, but, like, I feel like a lot of protagonists are better than him. I think now that I've completed Royal, I think Joker is better than him. Like, easily. Now, yeah. I will say, I gotta apologize to Naya. I'm not like he doesn't suck. I don't hate him, but like that was just, yeah. Realistically, he should be below Narukami because he doesn't really add anything to P1. Let's see, I gotta think of it. Despite it being one of my favorite games with its fun gameplay along with its decent, slightly mediocre, I'm actually a fan of P1's story. Gameplay I have issues with, I'm actually a fan of its story. However, his story in the manga is top tier. Oh, I've heard P1 has the best manga, yeah. I gotta read that. He is the best protagonist persona when it comes to the manga. That is not to mention that he looks the coolest over the protagonist. Yeah, I agree. He has that, like him standing like that, he has that aura. I know last time said it doesn't, but he has an aura. Even though the Revolutions version looks the worst of all the protagonists. His fabulous story in the manga, along with his meteor story in the game, balance out to put him in the middle. So okay, so the manga is involved there. Okay, he's the most recent protagonist, and his design. Oh, Nagi. I was like, who's Nagi's ex from P5X? He's the most recent protagonist of the franchise, and his design is really good. His story is also very well executed, which puts him in this in the number 4 sports part. Okay, he is a very different protagonist. I still need to think on this guy. It's new. I'll get to this guy. He is good. I think I am not a fan of what I know P5X after chapter 3 gets really good. Like, I will say this again. P5X, first of all, it should have been called Persona 5. Other thing I want to add is that P5X is just weird for me right now. I'm just like people are saying it sucks, I'll say no. People are saying it's amazing, best game, I'll say no. I'll say it's good, but I still have to like think on P5X. Kotone, she is the only protagonist to take a different route in the game. Her social links are very good. Rio and Saori, yeah. Saori I think is really good. Oh, Rio I think is really good. Saori is like peak for me. She has the best social links, I'll say. Femsi, yeah. Different route in the game. Her social links are very good. And while I think Saori's social link is a bit okay, I should read before commenting. It is still better than the previous one. The male party member social links are the best inclusion. I gotta complete those. I remember I did complete Shinji's. Her design and personality was really good, which is what puts her high. Yeah. Now, this isn't included in her placement, but I have to mention the best part about it. It appears that she has a YouTube channel called Raandigars. Okay, I gotta work hard on this, man. That channel is my favorite YouTube channel that talks about Persona. I have some plans to add some personality, I want to say, because I was like sick. I was like thinking, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Okay, that channel is my favorite and that talks about Persona. One thing I would wish Kotone would do for a channel is post only Persona content. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll talk about this because I'm not really a fan of the other content. However, I wish that their channel Raandigars receives not 1,000 subscribers with 10,000 subs by the end of this year. I also wish that channel would receive 1 million subscribers in the next 5 years. Oh, thanks, man. That got me emotional. Okay, Fairy Tail. Okay, I'll discuss this. I made Dragon Ball content because I like Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball as much as Persona. I made Fairy Tail content is because I played the games and I was like, okay, let's just try it. I love Fairy Tail. It's here, but like Dragon Ball and Persona for me are here. Persona helped me through a tough time, and Dragon Ball, it's a nostalgia thing. Fairy Tail I really love, but you know the deal. So I made Fairy Tail content, and the thing I want to talk about, let me pause. All right, I'm back. So the issue right now is this. So when I got sick, so this is the last video I made when I got sick, and this video I think sucks because I just can't speak. And this was the same video I made that day, but I got really sick. So the problem was that the way I was doing videos is this was done way earlier than when this was uploaded, Fairy Tail 2. But when I got sick, look at this. This video got uploaded, and when I got sick, then these videos were just like Fairy Tail, Fairy Tail, Fairy Tail, Fairy Tail. I don't like doing that. I wanted to put Persona 5 here. I wanted to put SMT Nocturne here. I wanted to put other stuff here. But then it was like Fairy Tail 2, 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 Fairy Tail 2. This is what I want to apologize about because I got sick and it's just like how many videos? Yeah, these are a lot. 3, 7. Yeah, 7 videos in a row. We got Fairy Tail 2. And then we got Persona and Persona. And here's the thing, I was not doing, first of all, I'm like shocked some of these videos did reach 100, like they might be below, But like 1 or 2 fairy tale videos did reach like 100 and like 76 views. This was like big for me because I did not expect it to do. I just was doing it for fun. But like this, I do agree. This is a main issue. Only one video of Fairy Tail 2 is going to come out though. It's like the platinum video probably. And also for Royal. So thank you. And I will try. Oh, by the way, I did play Nocturne and SMT. It's because Atlus games. I want to like dive into those. So I did. Makoto. He is basically the same as Kotone, except he is the OG protagonist. His blue hair also makes him look very good. I originally had him below Kotone because of his worst social links. But linked episodes right now. Yes, our linked episodes are amazing. This, a lot of people don't talk about it. This is like probably one of the best additions in the Persona game, right? Like he would have also taken the number 1 spot had he also has gotten a linked episode with Jin. Please, for God's sake. Shuji and maybe if and maybe FMC exclusive characters like Ryo and Sari. So there's been rumors that the next Nintendo Direct will show P3 Reload for Switch. So hoping for Kotone, hoping for FMC. This guy, like Shuji, sure. Like now, I mean, Shuji deserves more. Like he needs more. But he's still like, he was worse. Now he's less worse. This guy, man, this guy needs a lot, man. And yeah, this would have been fire. Like I remember like I went out of my way to see, did they put these characters in school somewhere? But they didn't. Ryo and Saori, that was like Amamiya. He is without a question the best protagonist for one reason. His inclusion in Smash is the main reason why I got into Persona. Oh, yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. I have not played Smash Ultimate. Had he not been included in Smash, I would have known anything about Persona. Not only that, but Amamiya has the best voice of all the... Oh, yeah. This is true. Show me your true... Like... Okay, I'm gonna talk about has the best voice of all the protagonists, and P5R still remains as one of my favorite JRPG games of all time. I don't think the P6 protagonist is top end because of how much Amamiya means to my experience with Persona. He's the go-to Persona. Okay, I know I guess I did with my first hot take, but these are my... Okay, actual rankings, Raandigars. P5, I've said before, was there for me during my tough time. Not Royal, the OG P5. So I have like that game like really high. The PS2 P3 Fez also like made me a lot emotional. Like it's one of those games where I did cry, not at the ending, but like it's one of the social links and some other stuff. So P3 and P5, like they're here for me. The thing with P5 is though, this guy is just, I'll be honest, they saw the Royal and they were like, yeah, we gotta give this guy aura. And this is what he has aura. I know people are gonna bring up where is he? This guy? But nah, he has aura. I'll talk about Royal eventually. But yeah, this guy is aura. But I don't mind this list. This is good. This guy, but like, I can't argue this point. That was my main point for making him high, but like now I can't argue. But this is a good list. I always say this. A lot of my stuff is opinion, so yeah, this guy is higher for me. I'll talk about your reasonings of the games themselves in debate because no. I've seen a lot of people talk about first 2 Persona games, maybe Innocent Sin, but no, I've seen a lot of people love the P1 gameplay. I have issues with it. Okay, I may have not played P3 P1, but one of the greatest things added in FMC's Round is that you can save spoilers. I know what this is, so spoilers for those watching because we've already gotten spoiled here above, so. I got spoiled for Strikers, man. Okay, but it is the fact that you can save Shinjiro. A lot of people say that his survival ruins the game theme and is one of the worst additions in her route. No, I disagree with that too. I disagree and they're just wrong. The fact that you can save Shinjiro for completing his social link is awesome and he should have been brought back to reload if you complete all of Shinjiro's linked episodes. I think he shouldn't have brought... I don't think they should have brought him back in reload because it might have affected a bit episode, I guess. A bit there. But what I do want is FMC eventually getting an episode, I guess. And then the roles are reversed. The dudes are like, no, we gotta save this girl. And the girls are like, no, she gave everything for us. You know, the roles are reversed. Akiko's like Yukari. Ken is like Mitsuru. And Shinji is one of them as well. So like maybe Junpei and Ken. I don't know. Maybe Junpei and what's his name? Koromaru. Or maybe Shinji is also like Yukari. So... yeah. They got. I don't think adding him in reload the male route, but like female route, yeah. Just to let you know, Raandigars, this is actually my old hot take. It was my third hot take I posted once I subscribed to your channel. Go check your hot take with the Shinjiro thumbnail to see if you're accurate with this opinion or not. I gotta go check your hot take with. Okay, I'll find that when I have the time, or when I get fixed a bit. As for my actual hot take, it is about the Persona 4 music. I may not have played P4, but I've listened to majority of the music. Heaven is a good song, but it is insanely. Oh damn, okay, that's is that my favorite song? It's up there. Heaven does not take the crown for the best music in P4, as the award goes to Heartbeat Heartbreak, which is really catchy. People would be out of their minds if they said Heaven is better song than Heartbeat Heartbreak. This is where I will say play P4. This is one of those songs which hits you when you're playing the game. I'll just say that. I would also like to give a shout out to Reach Out to the Truth, Backside of the TV. Yes, this one is amazing. The dancing one, yeah, this one is amazing. Pursuing My True Self, even though Burn My Dread and Wake Up Get Out There better. I like this song, Wake Up Get Out There. And golden songs like Time to Make History and Snowflakes. All of these are better than Heaven. Corner of Memories is also really good. Corner of Memories. As for the new genre, I could see a Persona racing game. This is up there. I want this. Or Persona sports game. They could take inspiration from all the Mario spin-offs games and implement that in the Persona franchise. I personally want Persona 5 Strikers 2 that includes Sumi, Goro, Zenkichi. Hopefully Maruki and one brand new character. It would be better to give P5 one more spin-off because once P6 releases, yeah, Atlus will stop milking P5 and start milking P6. For P6 spin-offs, we could get a new genre. P5 has already introduced Hyrule Warriors and Mario and Rabbids, yeah. So I don't think a new genre is needed. I do want a Persona racing game, but it's like everyone, not just P5. But okay, this is true. Once P6 comes out, I know right now people hate Persona 5 for the spin-offs. Once P6 comes out, people are gonna love it, and then there'll be like 10, 20 spin-offs, and people are like, yeah, it seems that you're light guessing as well. I mean, gaslighting, something's wrong with my spelling. Okay. Persona 5 Arena, I just want to see the grown-up investigation team and how they will continue more on C's story, and if they add Zenkichi, Sophia, Toshiro, Erina, and Sumi as DLC characters, it would be better. I think Sumi would be in the base game. These guys would probably be DLCs, because I think now that we got Royal is the proper continuation. Where's Maruki? Yeah, he would probably either be DLC as well. Sumi, I think, will be in the base game. I also want to see a part where Elizabeth would bring Makoto back to life. This is a game I want. This is like a separate game I want with Elizabeth playable. Also, I would love for Persona fighting game to be similar to Smash Bros. Or Soul Calibur rather than Street Fighter. That would be a lot more fun than just a 2D game with stamina-only battles. Smash Bros, yeah. Yeah, that could be fun. I haven't played Ultimate, but I've played other Smash games. And Soul Calibur, I've seen some gameplay. Because, like, this was the game with, like, GameCube version, you got Link. Xbox version, you got Master Chief, I believe. And then the PS version, you got somebody else. Persona 5 with age is bigger. No! Complete opposite of no. No. Oh my god, the video is getting long, but I gotta talk about this. You mean with the spin-offs or the base game cell being dated? Okay. RK800 RE5, I think this is LF. I need to talk about this because I think this is completely wrong. Okay, now there's no explanation here, so I can only assume. Either this is because of Baldur's Gate 3 and Claire Expedition 33, because I've seen a lot of people just completely hate on P5 and be like, no, P5 is not the revolution in turn-based RPG. It's those games. And I say that is stupid. That is wrong. Do not change history. A lot of people, P5 came out in 2017 and 2016 in Japan. You know why it revolutionized turn-based JRPGs? Go back to that era. There were articles that were saying turn-based RPGs are dying because Final Fantasy has left turn-based RPGs. That was the thing. Final Fantasy is, if not the biggest, one of the biggest at like turn-based RPG games. It left turn-based RPG. There were turn-based RPGs that were like iffy here and there, and they were like, okay, there was no revolutionary. and they were like grindy and stuff. Persona 5 did the opposite. They were like, okay, boss fights are long, but not that long, but the enemy fights are gonna be like easy. You can easily end them. So what happened was that people that didn't like turn-based RPG because of how long they can be, because of the fights, people started loving P5 because the fights ended way too quickly. The fights ended quickly and you can just enjoy the story. P5 at the time was said to be, you want to know why this was famous? Why P5 is really famous? Is because this was the revolutionary point. Final Fantasy left. Persona did turn-based RPG. Also, I think I've heard that Persona tried to remove from that, but then they didn't. They wanted an actual action battle system, but they were like, nah, let's do this. And it becoming worse? No. I'm sorry. Graphically, yeah, sure, whatever. But like, it's like, this is the second best looking Persona game right now, I'd say. One is Reload, but it's like, oh my god, a game released in 2016-17, and then it got a remaster in 2020. Looks worse than a game just released in 2024. Oh my god, what a shock. By the way, let me pull this up. Alright, I will say this. I've said this before. I'll say this again. I think, yeah, don't care about this. I think Persona 3 Reload would age the worst out of all Persona games. Now, this isn't because of the graphics. I'm not gonna put out, oh my god, the game looks green or the graphics. Like, I don't care. I'm talking about gameplay. I've talked about this before. I'll talk about this again. Persona 3 Reload, to me, gameplay-wise, is a bit disappointing. Right, this is a new statement I made, the disappointing one, but like, I'll tell you why. Persona 3 Reload does not have follow-up attacks. That is the basic feature that Persona has been having since Persona 3 Portable. Multiple games have that. Persona 3 Reload does not have that. In Persona 3 Fest, there was like changing weapons. They removed that. I know Portable does not have that, but they removed that from Reload. Rider Remaster just came out. It has shadows or demons from future Shin Megami Tensei games. Persona 3 Reload does not have that. It doesn't. They do not have future Persona, like Personas from future Persona games. They do, and you can check it. Or like, yeah, just go and check it. The DLCs, sure, but like you don't have Yoshitsune and stuff like that. Let's move around. Reload, a lot of people I've argued with, people talk about that, oh, because Fest did not have this mechanic or Portable did not have this mechanic, that's why Reload does not have this mechanic, but then they have the shift mechanics. Reload added Ryujis, which I think is a better version of Showtime, sure, but they removed a lot of duo Persona techniques that Makoto does, which some of them were given to Aegis and Episode Aegis, but still some were missing, which I think, again, why? We don't know. A lot of stuff like that is where I think Reload is gonna age worse. And a lot of things, I will say this, it's not mandatory, but Royal has a thing called Thieves' Den, which I think is my favorite thing in Royal. We have nothing like that to watch like old movies and listen to songs in Reload. So we don't have something like Thieves' Den. In the remaster version of Golden, you can replay social links. Reload does not have that. So Reload has a lot of mechanics that I think are removed. And I think Revival will have a lot of those mechanics. And eventually 1 and 2 will have a lot of new mechanics. Reload does not have that. Again, Reload is an amazing game, but I have issues with Reload in terms of gameplay. But alright, my Raandigars, this video got long, sorry about that. But, okay, we're here, so this is the worst hot take. But, I'll see you guys next time with another Persona, Shin Megami, Dragon Ball, Fairy Tail, whatever video. Sorry if I'm not that hype in this video, can't scream. Even though this one makes me want to scream. But I'll see you guys next time with another Persona, Shin Megami. You know what? I'll see you guys next time. Let's change it up. Subscribe if you enjoy. I'm looking to stop recording. Bye, 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 bye.